This is the Barbados Today afternoon news for Wednesday, May 23rd. Thank you for joining us. I am Marie-Claire Williams. Our top story this afternoon, police say they are generally pleased with the conduct of political parties and their supporters on the campaign trail. Lawmen say there has been no disorder throughout the campaign leading up to tomorrow's general elections, and they thanked officials and campaign managers for honoring a commitment given at a meeting with the senior command of the police force. Police noted this election has been challenging on its resources, and officers must be commended for their commitment to national duty. Police officers will be posted at all polling stations and polling districts island-wide to ensure a safe environment tomorrow. Officers will also be on patrol throughout the day to ensure that law and order are maintained. As voters prepare to go to the polls, one religious organization is offering prayers for an incident-free election. A statement from the Catholic Church says whatever the outcome of tomorrow's vote, it is important that partisan differences be set aside. The Church also called for all political parties, their supporters and citizens to build bridges and work together in the interest of the nation. A statement from the Church also says that this year's general election will stand out, owing to the large number of political parties and independent candidates contesting seats. It also noted that there has been vigorous and sometimes heated debate both on and off the political platforms, with this island's economic challenges coming under scrutiny. The Church called on those in authority to carry out their duties with humility, compassion, and courage, and to exercise that authority for the common good. And it's the final day of campaigning ahead of tomorrow's poll, and political parties have been making a final pitch to voters as to why they should be chosen to lead the country for the next 5 years. Prime Minister Frundle Stewart gave a vote of confidence to his former finance minister and the candidate for St. Michael North East, Chris Sinclair, for his handling of the economy and other matters.
It has been my special pleasure and privilege to chair a cabinet of Barbados, of which Christopher Sinclair has been a member. In 2008, when the Democratic Labour Party was elected to office, we all entered the cabinet, I as Attorney General and he as Minister with responsibility for Foreign Affairs. And variously, he has held the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Social Care, and the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs. And whether he has held the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Social Care, or the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, he has brought to the discharge of his public responsibilities an integrity, a strength of character, a clarity of purpose that have all contributed not only to enriching the deliberations of the Cabinet of Barbados, but also have had the effect of strengthening our political and social fabric and putting Barbados on a path to vertebrate political and social advancement.
Addressing a meeting at Eagle Hall last night, Barbados Labour Party leader Mia Motley told supporters that her team is the most competent to address the critical issues facing the country.
We put together some of the best brains in economics in this country, and we asked them to take the ideas that were coming forth and the ideas that reflected the philosophy of the best political party in this country in its covenant of hope. And we said, look, let's make this real. Because we know that once we do that, we will have a credible program for the best political party in the country to execute. And we have tonight the best economic brains implementing the best program rooted in the best philosophy of the best political party. And I am happy that I can stand here on the eve of the decision of this election to reflect this.
And leader of the United Progressive Party, Lynette Eastman, says her party is offering the electorate a fresh start.
We are asking you to join us on this journey, this new journey of discovery, a new journey of exploring new ideas for the country. We are not bogged down by any of the tradition or the ways of doing things of the other political parties. We can start with a fresh slate. And therefore, we are asking Barbadians to come along with us and join us on this new journey.
Scott Weatherhead of Solutions Barbados has this advice for the voters.
We need to pass all the fanfare and all the entertainment and dig deep to listen to the messages and say, do these sound like they will work? Do these sound sensible? Does this sound like this is going to make a difference in my life, really? And analyze it. Really think about it like you're taking an exam at school. Before you go into that polling station to put your name in a box, decide, this person I'm voting for, are they going to represent me well? Does the party that they represent have a serious plan to fix this problem, or have they just entertained me well for the last 3 weeks?
There's regional and international news after this short break.
The election clock is ticking as the battle for Bay Street begins. Barbados is ready to vote, and there is only one team you can trust to bring you balanced, comprehensive, unrivaled coverage. Barbados Today, Capital Media HD 99.3 and 6 Gear Studios have teamed up to make sense of it all. Follow the stories, the political rallies, all the happenings on the trail, exclusive interviews, the people say, expert analysis on every media platform. Barbados Votes 2018. We have the campaign covered.
Thank you for staying with us. We're back with news from the region. CARICOM is calling on member states to comply with trade agreements in order to reap the benefits of the CARICOM single market and economy. We get more in this report from HGP Nightly News.
For many years, CARICOM aimed to have each member state benefit from the free flow of trade among themselves, but this dream is yet to be realized. The non-compliance by some countries is negatively affecting the situation, and this has to be dealt with, says Chairman of COTED, Chet Green.
I refer, among others, to issues of market access for honey into Trinidad and Tobago and interregional trade of frozen duck meat from Suriname. If we are to seriously settle those long outstanding issues for the benefit of our respective private sector and Caribbean peoples, we must consider the provisions of the treaty outside of the member states' right to take these matters to the Caribbean Court of Justice.
Mr. Green addressing heads of government recently during the 46th meeting of COTED in Guyana. According to the COTED chair, unless countries are compliant with the provisions made under the treaty, then the CSME will not be as effective as it should.
Let us not therefore create obstacles or prevent the free flow of trade between our respective countries. Additionally, in reviewing our rules of procedure, we must also consider other mechanisms in between meetings of COTED that will bring resolution to long-standing issues, as well as treating with new and emerging issues on our agenda.
He advised that each country take stock of the areas of implementation where they have stagnated, devise and implement purpose-fit solutions to achieve sustained progress, and involve all community stakeholders in the CSME consultation.
And finally, a couple in New York have won their legal battle to evict their 30-year-old son from home after he refused to leave. In a court filing last week, Christina and Mark Rotondo described issuing several orders for their son to move out, starting on February 2nd. Justice Donald Greenwood told The Sun that his bid to remain at his parents' home for another 6 months was outrageous. But The Sun, Michael Rotondo, argued that it was the eviction notice that was outrageous. He told the court that 6 months was a reasonable amount of time for someone who has been depending on other persons for support. And that's news this afternoon. Remember, there's more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also sign up for BT's WhatsApp news alerts, and you can subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and on Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also find us on Mix 96.9 FM. I am Mary Claire Williams. Good afternoon.